Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we are back in ACC, and ACC just got an update on September 29th. Now, I believe most of the update has to do with wheel support, but we're going to read off everything that is in this patch. So it's version 1.05. General, minor localization changes throughout the title. The title will no longer crash with an account having a large amount of friends. Fix an unresponsive state caused by switching accounts during a special event. Fix the crash that occurs once the user launches the title after switching languages. Fix the crash when switching game modes rapidly within single player. Crash fixed for being stuck on a loading screen within single player. Smooth flow trophy will now unlock correctly. So those are the general fixes. Now, we have for the peripherals, which would be for us players that use a wheel. Force feedback fixes to prevent a crash with Thrustmaster wheels. Throttle fixes for Thrustmaster series of wheels. Thrustmaster T150 force feedback increased. Default controls added and updated for a series of Thrustmaster wheels. Calibration done on a series of Thrustmaster wheels. Fixed an issue Logitech G923 max steering lock showing inconsistent values. Adjusted force feedback for the Logitech series of wheels when hot plugging. Force feedback changes to the Logitech G923. Club Sport V3 pedals will no longer vibrate when the title is paused. Club Sport V3 pedals rumble increased. Fixes to the UI. Fixed controls being locked at the beginning of some events. Yes, that happened to me in my last video. If you didn't see it, go check that out. But I'll put in a quick clip here of what that was all about. Fixed duplicated L3 and R3 wheel bindings with some wheel peripherals. So that's pretty interesting. That's pretty much it. It all has to do with wheel fixes. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a track here. I think we're going to go to Silverstone. We're going to take out our Honda and let's see. Yeah. Sadly, still no GT4. Now, I heard that possibly September 30th they would release the GT4 DLC, but honestly, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think so, because Sony and Microsoft very rarely ever release things on a Wednesday. It's usually always Tuesdays or Thursdays, so I'm not too confident that we're going to get the DLC tomorrow. It would be great, but I'm just not that confident. So I have the Thrustmaster T150, and the one thing they said was that they kind of increased the force feedback on it. So I haven't changed any of my settings or anything. This is the first time actually even booting up the game since the update. So let's start the session. Alright, now I should mention one thing that I did hear that I don't know if it has to do with like the PS4 Pro or not, but I did hear something about they upped the FPS, but they kind of turned down the resolution. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's just for PS4 Pro, but I thought I would at least mention that. So let's go out for a drive.
Green light, go, go, go.
I'm really curious to see what they do to the force feedback. If it's noticeable or not, anyway. Probably should have picked a track I'm more used to. But, it does seem a little more intense. Especially when you go off the road than it normally is. It's still by no means like Project Cars 2 intense. But, yeah, I definitely feel a change. I don't feel I need to tweak anything. But quite honestly, on the PS4, on the T150, I've never really had an issue. I mean, I've always felt that the wheel felt really good. So yeah, I mean, maybe it does feel a little bit more intense, the force feedback on some things. It still feels good. I mean, honestly, like I say, I don't know. I feel like that, for my wheel anyway, it's always been pretty decent. I've always really enjoyed the actual driving the car in this game. One of these days, I gotta learn to take these lines off, but you know what? Man, it's a time thing, you know? It takes a lot of time to learn these tracks. There's so many tracks. Now, with the whole thing about the controls locking up, that's something that just gonna have to do some races and see if they fix that or not. So anyway, that's the update, guys. Like I say, it's pretty much just for wheel support. Now, I know that a lot of Xbox players are having a lot of issues with the wheels, so I really hope that this fixes it for those guys, because it'll just make the game so much more enjoyable if the wheels are working correct. You know, and another thing I want to say is that I don't get where people think that the graphics on this game are that horrible. I mean, yes, they could probably be better, but I don't feel that they're the worst. I feel that they're pretty good. And as for the whole FPS thing, I guess if you've never played on a computer that had like 60 or 120, I mean, I'm thinking it doesn't really matter, because I don't really notice anything. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, guys, that is where we're going to end this video. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I hope your wheels are working. I hope you win your races. I hope you hit that like button and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Man, I suck at this track.